Hello everyone and welcome to Twin Flame Tarot. So today we're learning about the Four of Cups. We're going to check out the card together and then talk about it in connection with Twin Flames. The Four of Cups. So as you can see in this card, this man seems to be in some kind of despair. Some kind of turmoil of his own making really in his own mind, because everything is our perception, the way we see things that make them good or bad, because everything is neutral that we're being offered in this life. And you can see he's very defensive because he's got his arm crossed, his legs crossed. But I'm also seeing that tree behind him as support. And the number 4 is also the number of support, the number of angel protection. So even though he may feel alone, in turmoil and struggle, feeling frustrated with things in his life, feeling a bit angry maybe even a bit bored because things seem to be the same every day and he's not sure what he's doing, he needs direction, he always has support from heaven that he can call on at any time. And you can see the cup coming to him there, but he can't really see that cup. He's too busy in his own mind to pay attention to what's going on around him in his physical or virtual world. And that cup is coming to him from heaven. So that is all the wonderful things, all the magical blessings that the universe always is offering to us in every moment. So that's a blessing of love, a blessing of power, a fabulous opportunity. That could be the divine feminine reaching out to the divine masculine, but the masculine is too in his own head to even seem bothered or to even seem to care. Whereas inside, of course he's bothered, of course he cares, but he's struggling with his own thoughts and emotions. And that's always through fear. A false experience appearing to be real. And fears create triggers and struggles and irrational thinking and unnecessary drama that we really don't need. And that's why his arms crossed, because he's feeling defensive. He's put barriers up. He isn't letting anyone in and he's not letting anyone around him. So this person may be spending time in solitude, could be spending time in nature, could be going out somewhere, could be distracting themselves from the world in whatever way or shape or form that takes. And in front of him, he has 3 beautiful cups. You know, there's 3 great cups there that he could also be focusing on. There's things in his life to be grateful for, but he's not really seeing things clearly. And that's what this card shows. This person just needs time and a little bit of space and room to get themselves out of this energy. And we know when we feel in this energy, nothing can really pull us out of it until we're ready. We're ready to take control and move out of this energy. And, you know, this is when the angels pick us up and keep us strong. There's this real energy of Archangel Michael saying, get up, you know, you are a warrior of this journey, a warrior of love. You are not a victim of your reality. So become the victor of your reality. You are a fighter. You can get through this and you will. Whatever you are feeling right now shall pass. Take back your power and know your strength. And that's why it can be very frustrating in the twin flame journey when we feel like we're giving everything to our twin and not receiving anything back. But that's always a sign from the universe to give back to ourselves. You know, if we feel we're giving to our twin flame, or giving to anyone in our life, and we're not being appreciated, or, you know, they aren't really giving back to us in any way, give it to yourself, because they may just be in an energy where they're not accepting of things in this moment. So the 4 of Cups is about needing to reevaluate things and review things in our lives, to renew things in our life. This can also be when we are waiting for something to happen. We can go into this energy, because if we're manifesting something that we want and we're asking for it, we have to believe it to receive it. And, you know, that's when things get a bit shaky. You know, the camera nearly fell over there. Everything happens for a reason. So when things get a bit shaky in our lives and we feel that, why are we still waiting? Why isn't it coming? Maybe we feel like the universe is punishing us in some way, or we're not deserving of it. We have to have unwavering faith. And this reminds me a lot of the film The Secret, because in that film, there was a little boy who wanted a bike, and he was focused on this bike. He was excited about this bike, and the universe started showing him this bike everywhere as a preview of what's to come. He was seeing his friends riding that bike. He was seeing the bike in a shop window. But instead of being excited, which is the energy that we should be in when we're given previews of what's to come, he started going into fear and negativity and doubt and struggle. And he got frustrated. And he got that picture of the bike that he'd been looking at and manifesting from. And he scrumpled it up and threw it in the bin because he was frustrated and angry that he hadn't yet got what he was dreaming about. But really the universe was saying it's on its way. I am offering that cup of love. I'm offering you that opportunity. This is your chance now to feel excited about what's to come. And when he finally took back his power and he went to the bin and he got that piece of paper out that he'd scrumpled up and he flattened it all out and he started focusing on it again, his dream magically appeared. And that's really what these cards show, because the Four of Cups is the frustration that we go through. The Five of Cups is the feeling of lack that we haven't got it. But when we turn things around with the Six of Cups, we receive it. So it's all about realizing that everything is in divine timing. If someone is operating in this energy and you're doing everything you can in your power to get themselves out of that, stop giving so much, because they are the one that has to change the way they are looking at their world and their life and their situation. They have to be the one to unfold their arms and allow those blessings in. They have to be the one to take back their power and stand up on their feet and fight for what they want. They are the ones that need to open their eyes and notice all the beautiful magic around them and all the blessings that are to come. And when they're ready, they will be open to your love and open to the blessings of the universe and open to all the magic that's constantly being offered. But remember, when this energy comes in, we may just be going through something and we just may need a little bit of time. And we're never alone because we always have the support from heaven and the protection from above. So this is also a reminder that delays are necessary for our learning, our healing and our soul growth. So powerful. You can really see how the Four of Cups resonates with this journey, because this is the divine masculine just being in a mood. You know, that energy where he's not paying attention to anything. He feels like a victim. You know, he's looking around his life and seeing how bad everything is. And he so much wants to change. You know, he longs for change. And the universe is giving him the opportunity of change. The universe is offering him this gorgeous cup. And this cup is filled with love. It's filled with magic. It's filled with everything he could ever want. But because he's in such a low vibrational energy, he's not prepared to take it because he's not even aware of it just yet. And this can also be how the divine feminine gives the love to the divine masculine. You know, we can give so much love, so much energy, so much attention to our twin, and they just seem to be oblivious to it. Or he's not ready to take the cup because he's in such a lower vibration. So you're being reminded to not take it personally. If he's in a mood, if he's being quiet, if he's in that energy, you know, we've all seen our masculine in that way where we just think, just pull yourself together. You know, get up on your feet, warrior, as Archangel Michael says. You know, you're not alone. But what he's doing is he's focusing on these three cups there. You know, and he's looking at those, he's trying to get everything in order in his mind. You know, they show me this like getting your ducks in a row, trying to organise things in your mind, trying to sort things out. He's processing all his information. He's digesting all the things that you've given to him and shown to him. He's digesting all the knowledge about this connection and he's working out what to do. So the best thing to do when, you know, we get this card coming up in a reading for the divine masculine, you know, if the masculine's in this energy, is to connect with them on the 5D. So remember, this is a 5D spiritual connection as twin flames. And sometimes divine feminines go into this energy too, and the angels snap us out of that with signs and synchronicities because, you know, it's not always going to be happiness and joy. We go through sadness too. You know, we have good days on this journey, but we also have moments of pain. But we get through it quicker. We realise while we're here, we become the observer. So when we're in this energy and we're struggling, we have help from soul family. We have help from the angels. Archangel Michael comes in and says, get up, warrior, get up, soldier, you are not alone. You've got this and I've got you. And we feel better because we're allowing that energy in. So eventually we allow that energy in instead of focusing on the lack and the pain. And, the cups, like all of the tarot cards, tell a story. So obviously the Three of Cups is about, the celebration and the happiness. But if we want that so much and it's not showing up in our life, we can get very frustrated. So this is kind of the energy where we're seeing a preview of what's to come. We're seeing other people loving life and living life and having what we want, but it may not be around us. So we start getting frustrated and angry and in pain, and that can push what we desire away. So we're being reminded in this energy to take a look at why we're being triggered, why they're giving me fear, why we're in pain, why we're in fear. The channeling this is that burpee energy, why we're feeling this way, because we have to pull ourselves out of it. It's not up to our twin flame to make us feel better, just like it's not up to you to make your twin flame feel better. It's up to ourselves, because nobody has power over our thoughts and our emotions and our feelings and our day but ourselves. So we have to get ourselves out of that slump. And that's why you can offer your masculine the world. You can offer him gold. You can offer him everything. And until he's ready to take it, until he's ready to accept it, you might as well, just go round and round in circles or bang your head on a brick wall, because you might as well be offering him nothing, because he's not yet ready to take it. So this is also a reminder when we get this energy to take a look at why we feel this way, and to never take it personally if our masculine isn't responding, or he's ghosting, or he's blocking, or he's just pushing you away, or he's not receptive to what you are giving, because he needs to get out of that energy himself. He's not feeling worthy of your love. He's not feeling worthy of happiness and joy and great things. So this is really about self-worth. So really, the Four of Cups is a card about self-worth and realising we are valuable, that we deserve the world. So when the masculine is operating in this energy, and it's really interesting because as I record this in real time, this is the energy that's come through in the readings today. 5D connection is power. 5D connection is cosmic, because you've always got that love happening powerfully and, real on the 5D realm. It always connects you with who you are and it feels good. So you always have access to your twin flame on the 5D realm, even if they seem to be absent or vacant on the 3D realm. So remember the power of everything in this love and the power of the connection. And this can be frustration. It's more frustration than boredom, because, we can't really be bored in the school of life. Yes, when we're at school, we get bored, and when we're younger, but when we wake up and we're aware, we don't really get bored, because we may be bored of going round in circles. We think, it's so boring, that it's the same thing, but it's never the same thing. We're learning and growing. And, the word boredom doesn't really come into my life at all, because I can't even remember what it feels like to be bored, because how can you be bored in this school of life? There's so much to do, so much to learn, so much to know. So the masculines are more in an energy of frustrated at their life that seems to be boring and mundane, because they're not happy. When we feel bored, we don't feel happy. Something feels missing from our life, and we always have the opportunity in every moment to give back to ourselves, to appreciate and love ourselves and look for blessings and be grateful and find joy in our day. And when we're operating in that energy, then boredom doesn't even come into our vocabulary. And that's what the angels are saying to you. So this is about letting the masculine do his thing. When he's in this energy, just leave him be. Let him do it. Don't pay attention to his moods or his behaviour, and instead focus on you and connect with him through the 5D. And be grateful. So we've got the energy of thank you. Focus on self-love and gratitude to raise your vibe. So, whenever we're feeling angry, frustrated, depressed at what's going on around us, wanting more than what we have now, the best way to turn that around and bring more in and be in alignment with what we truly want is being in the energy of gratitude and working on self-love and saying thank you and being open to the universal power of all things. So the divine feminine is saying, I'm tired of being alone. So really that's what we go through on, this journey when we are in the energy of the Four of Cups. It's not boredom. It's feeling tired of being alone, tired of always reaching out, tired of not receiving what we want. And we have to learn to give back to ourselves through gratitude and love and 5D connection, because you're never alone. You're never alone. And if you're tired, it's always a sign from the universe to give back to yourself. And remember, the 4 is also about angel protection. It's about connecting with the self. It's about realizing that your journey is protected. And if there is delays, it's delayed with love for a reason. So the masculine can work through his fears and feel alive because he wants to live with you, be alive with you, be in your energy. And the masculine is saying, I'm angry at myself. So when he's operating in this energy, he's very angry. He's not angry at you, even if he seems to be. He's not really even angry at his situation. He's angry at himself for putting himself in that position. So he's dealing with anger. And, when the masculines are angry and frustrated, they're also very attracted to the divine feminine. They feel all that passion and heat and, all that desire on a very physical level. So he's feeling all of that too, and that can be very overwhelming. So when the masculines are overwhelmed with their energies and what they're feeling and going through and all these emotions, they tend to go into their cave and they go within and they have to process everything. And that's why it can be very hard as a divine feminine to understand that, because when we're in that type of energy, what works for us is to talk and express and, kind of talk to others about things that we can empathize about. So relatable energy, or the same relatable evidence. So, we relate to others to get through it. Whereas the masculines prefer to relate to themselves to get through it. They have to go within. We tend to go out there. We connect on here on channels like this one with Soul Family. We talk about the journey. We open up. The masculine shut down. So it's remembering that the energy is like Martian and Venetian. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Women are very sensual beings, and that's the energy of the feminine, regardless of what sex the feminine is. And it's the same for the masculine. Masculines are kind of brought up in a world and a society where society says don't show your feelings. It's not manly. It's vulnerable. It's a vulnerability. It's a weakness. And it's not at all, it's a strength. And the masculines realise that through embracing their feminine side. And that's also what they do when they are going through the Four of Cups energy. So it's not as bad as you think when you're being blocked and ghosted. It's actually an opportunity to begin again. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.